Hi, I'm Danny. In my previous video I told you how to plan a personal statement. In this one I'm going to tell you how to turn your grid into 4,000 characters or 47 lines of an awesome personal statement selling you to the admission staff. The most important thing about a personal statement is that it's all about you. It's got two main purposes: telling them why you really want to study the subject and why you'd be great at it. As with the last video, there are 5 steps. Step 1, writing your introduction. Your introduction needs to be all about why you love the subject you've chosen to apply for and why you want to study it. Look at what you wrote in your introduction box and have that in the front of your mind whilst you write. For example, we put that you wanted to use magic to help others and that you wanted a career as a nurse at St Mungo's. Your first line should really say why you want to study the subject. For example, I'm fascinated by magic's many medical uses and want to discover more about how magical developments can aid us in treating some of the world's deadliest diseases. Saying what excites you about the subject today is far more powerful than saying you wanted to study it since you were 5 years old. No one's heard of divination or aeronautical engineering or biochemistry when they're that small. Your second sentence could be something that you're looking forward to studying during your degree, or how your degree fits into your life plan. For example, my eventual goal is to be a St Mungo's nurse, and I am eager to study magical medicine to learn how to combine my strong wizarding talents with my desire to help others. Super nice if you can slip in something saying that you're going to be good at your subject. Step 2, writing the bulk of the personal statement. These paragraphs are going to be of 3 main types: things that you've done, skills that you've got, and that cheeky chunk about extracurriculars at the end. First, paragraphs containing stuff that you've done. If you've got any super impressive achievements, make sure you put them right near the start of the paragraph so that they catch the eye. Don't be worried about saying you've done well in something. If you've come first in the transfiguration competition, if you've got 112% in the charms challenge, put it at the top. Not many people are going to have that kind of thing, mainly because it's not possible. So make it big, make it bold, make it noticeable. Maybe something like, I was awarded first place in the transfigurate competition for my ability to innovatively adapt spells to give them new uses. Make sure you say why what you've done is relevant. So if you did an essay or coursework, say that you loved drawing from a wide range of sources or you loved constructing conclusions. Maybe if you did the maths challenge, say that you enjoyed applying your mathematical knowledge in creative ways to solve complex problems, or something like that. Universities love proactive people who want to learn more about their subject. So what you want to do after you mention this impressive thing that you've done, or your coursework, or whatever, is you want to say it fascinated you so much, or you enjoyed doing it and you wanted to learn more, so you read a book. For example, in our transfiguration paragraph we said a beginner's guide to transfiguration. The most important thing when you're writing about a book is to make sure you're writing about you and what you took from the book or what you found interesting about the book. Do not just summarise the book. If the admission staff want to know what's in a book, they can read the blurb. You need to tell them why you were particularly interested in the book, what you're looking forward to studying as part of your degree as a result of reading the book, something like that. Maybe it made you want to go to another lecture. For some subjects, the stuff that you've done might be more hands-on, more practical. Maybe you did some work experience somewhere. If you did work experience somewhere, say what you loved about it, what you learned from it. Maybe you learned all about how they produce snitches and went home and read Quidditch Through the Ages. Something like that. If you had to apply for a place on the work experience, make that clear. You successfully applied. You were awarded a place. It can be a really nice touch to link these paragraphs back to what you're looking forward to doing as part of your degree. Hopefully, on your grid, you wrote a few things down from the website. So for example, if you'd read that as part of the herbology module, you'll get to investigate new species. You might say something like, looking after my brother's pot plant over summer makes me excited for the opportunity to investigate new species as part of my degree. Some subjects require a particular skill set. For example, economics kind of needs maths, Muggle studies kind of needs you to be incredibly lame. If you've got those skills, and especially if you've got evidence of those skills, you might want to write a short paragraph about it. So you might say, my strong abilities in maths are evidenced by my silver award in the UK Mathematical Challenge, or something like that. Then you might say what particularly excited you about the challenge, what you especially enjoyed. And then you might link it back to your degree. So I said, I look forward to applying my mathematical and statistical skills in quantitative economics. I definitely shouldn't have looked forward to that. Finally, extracurriculars. You might want 1 or 2 paragraphs to say what you do outside of studying. Hopefully quite a lot. It's good to show that you're a rounded person, but don't go into too much detail about this stuff. So maybe you're super proud of your grade 2 triangle or your cameo as the holiday armadillo in a year 8 musical, but don't pretend that they gave you team working and time management skills unless they really did and those skills are super relevant. Sometimes you can make stuff relevant though. So I was talking to someone the other day who wanted to apply for law at university, but they'd done super well in a chemistry challenge and they loved the subject. So we said she loved it, and she'd got this award on the basis of her strong problem-solving abilities, which was far more relevant to her degree than her abilities to do whatever chemists do. When I wrote my personal statement, I said that doing debating society had strengthened my communication skills and taught me how to form strong arguments. I mentioned this YouTube channel, and I mentioned a few other bits of volunteering that I'd done, and I left it like that. Some universities value extracurriculars more than others, so take a quick look online to see if you can get a feel for how much you should include. Step 3, the last paragraph. This is just to get across the essence of you. Hopefully you've got a list of some of your best qualities, so we're going to take those, take your passion for the subject, and put it together to make a banging conclusion. The first sentence of the last paragraph wants to say who you are and what you're about. So hopefully, on your plan, you'll have a few words, your top skills, your abilities, your qualities, the things that are great about you. For example, Grindelwald might say, I am thoughtful and curious, and keen to use my strong magical abilities for the greater good. Then say something like, I enjoy doing whatever things you're going to do in your degree, and would love to study the subject at degree level. Something like that. Done. Step 4. Give the whole thing a quick read, see if it reads okay, then put it away for a week if you've got the time. Do something else. Binge on Bake Off, learn to play the triangle, read the entire works of J.K. Rowling. That's what I'd recommend. Is it Rowling? Rowling? J.K. Rowling. Just don't look at the personal statement and don't think about it. This means that when you look at it again in a few weeks, it'll be with a fresh pair of eyes. Step 5. Dig out the personal statement and give it a read. Read it in your head, read it out loud, that's super useful. Try and pick up on any sentences that don't make sense. And any sentences that don't say anything about you. In the first draft of my personal statement, I found this gem. A behaviour not looked at in depth by Akerlof and Schiller is monetary self-interest, which governs much economic activity. In his lecture, Capitalism Without Guilt, The Moral Case for Freedom, Dr. Brooks spoke about the economic importance of enabling citizens to pursue rational self-interest through capitalism and diminishing the role of the government to purely protecting property rights. Not quite sure what I was on about then, says absolutely nothing about me, so the admission staff probably don't care, and his name isn't even Brooks, it's Brooke. So make sure you check the spellings of your authors' names, anything like that, the names of books, make sure it's all right, and make sure it all says something about you. Make sure that no individual paragraph tries to cover too much content. It might be great that you and your friends rescued the Philosopher's Stone in first year, but that doesn't belong at the end of a paragraph about herbology. Once you've read it in your head, read it out loud, and you're happy that every sentence makes sense and says why you want to do the course or why you'd be good at it, maybe give it to a friend to read too, to see what they think. Then slam it into UCAS, hope it fits the character limit, and hey presto, Axio University offers. Ta-da! Magic! Hopefully this video will help you to write your personal statement. If you've got any questions, just comment them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Good luck!